It's the Tuesday morning hobby talk episode. I'm excited to see you guys. Let's get into it. Hello to all my sports card collector, investor, all my collectibles friends. I hope you guys are having a great Tuesday morning so far. We're almost, a quarter of the way through the week? We're sort of getting there, slowly but surely. If you haven't seen me in the last couple of days, I went to go get a haircut, and instead of getting a 3 that I'd asked for on the sides, I got more like a 1. So a little bit short on the sides, but you know what? It just means I don't have to go back as soon. New barber, I thought she was great, other than she went a little bit short on the sides, but we're rolling with it. A couple of housekeeping notes before we get started. I've got Flipping Steve coming on the show tonight at 9 p.m. to talk all things hobby, all things sports cards. I'm excited to see him. Tomorrow, I've got Jennifer from YouTube channel Jennifer Top Shot. We'll be talking about all the Top Shot things. And on Thursday, I will be on Andy, the Fantasy Football Card Quest. That's his YouTube channel. I'm excited to talk football cards with Andy. So it's a pretty full week, guys. Staying busy these days. Also, we are a new affiliate of the Market Movers data tool by Sports Card Investor. I'm excited to partner with them. I am going to come out with a video talking about how I use both Market Movers and Card Ladder to hobby, if you will. So look for that over the next couple of days. I also will have a video coming out about a really cool sports card family find within my own family, on my in-laws' side. It's my wife's great uncle has old baseball cards that we found. So I will show some of those on screen in that video. I'm looking forward to that. That was a really fun box to go through, and I'll kind of explain it in that video coming up. Check our video description below for the Market Movers 20% off your first payment affiliate link, as well as the Card Ladder affiliate link that we have. Both tools offer value. All right, we're going to start with some Darren Rovell tweets. I like this guy. I follow him. He talks about all things kind of collectibles, but also sports betting and all sorts of different topics. But he covers kind of a full spectrum, and I like following him. I don't always agree with everything he says, but he does have some good takes. And I did see that he was talking about how Topps Baseball Series 1 NFTs are coming out next week, it looks like, on April 20th. And this is going to be the big test. You know, Topps is going public, and this is going to be 50,000 packs released at $5 and 24,090 packs at $100. And this is such a good test to see what the demand is for these baseball card NFTs. You know, does this translate over? There's all this talk about NFTs and NFTs this and NFT that. Some sports card people are into it, some are not, meaning physical sports card people. And I'm really curious to see how these sell. Are these going to completely sell out? Are they going to just sit there? Just very curious. And then also the secondary market for these. You know, what happens? You open the packs. You've got the moments or the NFTs from those packs. Is there a secondary market? Is that a boisterous secondary market? Is there a lot going on with it, or does stuff just sit there? I want to see what that looks like over time. We'll be watching closely. Very interesting stuff. The tractor from Field of Dreams is up for auction. Kevin Costner drove it. It is currently at $28,125 on the bid. Such a great movie, Field of Dreams. That's such a classic sports movie. A lot of people have good memories watching that movie. And if you want a crack at that tractor, it is up for auction. It's the one that Kevin Costner drove around when he was building it. Build it and they will come. And he built it. So, such a cool movie and a really cool piece. I wonder who's going to end up with it and what that final price will be. Being a giant New Orleans Saints fan, I was kind of curious to see that Kevin James is set to play Sean Payton in a movie that's coming up that's going to revolve around Bountygate. The 2011-2012 Saints season where they went through the Bountygate ordeal. And Sean Payton was suspended for a whole year, ended up coaching his son's football team throughout that year. But I guess there's gonna be a movie, and I guess Kevin James is gonna be the guy playing him. So that'll be interesting to see. I'm gonna watch it. I got to see it. Obviously, it's about my Saints. But that just kind of struck me when I saw it. Mike Florio actually reported on it from NBC Sports. I like their channel, and you've probably seen him. He's one of the, he has a talk show with Chris Sims. Really, really good, a guy that really knows his stuff. But he was saying, and actually in the article about this, where he's breaking this news, he talks about a gross miscarriage of NFL justice done to Sean Payton. So I became a little bit more of a Mike Florio fan when I saw that. I thought that it was harsh, the penalty to suspend Payton for one whole season without pay. I just thought that was, and it was never before been done in the NFL. Prior to that, it's never been done since, and there's been some shady stuff that's gone on in the NFL, and so far, Sean Payton is the only guy that's ever been suspended for a year. But anyway, I digress. So we'll see how this movie is, kind of what slant it takes. I'll be watching. The Grading Authority has come out. This is a new grading company. This was actually shared to me by Andy at the Sportscard Investigator, and then also followed up by Ziggy. Ziggy knows Sportscards Daily. He was talking to me about this as well. Interesting. It's a new grading company. I don't know anything about it. I am going to try to reach out and see if maybe we can set up a live stream to talk with the owner, talk with the founder, and just kind of see what their plans are. It's interesting. They're essentially in kind of what they're calling an early adopters mode, where they're taking limited orders. They've got kind of a brochure, if you will, on Instagram that's fast 30-day service, high quality slabs, clear communication, great pricing and promotions. Of course, with any grading company, it's the same questions of what does resale value look like? Can they actually stick to the turnaround times? Will they be backlogged immediately? Do they have the staff? Do they have the resources to expand if needed? A million questions, and especially it's tough coming in as a new company when you already have kind of some of the older companies that are struggling as well. I think that when you look at a new company, there's got to be something new to the table. What's being brought to the table? I think with HGA, there was a portion of it to where some of it was automated, some of the grading being automated, and I've got to do more research on TGA, the Grading Authority, if they're incorporating, new technology into it. Is it just graders? And either way, it's fine. It's just got to know those tidbits, see where there might be a differentiator using them, and it's just going to be interesting to see. With PSA closed down except for the Super Express orders. I mean, is GMA, HGA, TGA, there's so many acronyms now, SGC, are any of these guys going to really kind of take the bull by the horns and gain some market share? BGS doesn't seem like, I think they're just kind of like, hey, we're busy and we'll just get it done when we get it done. They're fairly established. They do really well on the autograph side as well, autograph authentication. So they've got all sorts of different things that they've got going. I don't think that they don't seem as concerned, and they've got plenty of business. So, but which one of these companies can actually pick up market share, especially and maybe on some of the lower dollar stuff that you would not get, where you would not send in for a $300 PSA Super Express slab, where you're looking at like base rookie cards from Prism Basketball that just came out. Will those go to a GMA or a different company, and how will that work? Will they sell on the resale market, on the secondary market? All the questions, the answers will be sure to follow. We'll have to see. All right, guys, we always end with kind of a positive note or kind of a positive affirmation, some sort of daily affirmation.
Be strong.
And the one I want to talk about today is something that I have to check myself as well, and it's just keeping the ego in check. Because that's the one thing that can really kind of slow progress, is when you're having some success, the ego, your head gets big, your ego kind of takes control, and then it lags you into kind of an arrogance or a complacency, which can be difficult to get out of sometimes. It can really kill momentum. If you have the attitude that you've made it, if you have the attitude that the work is done, then you're kind of already moving backwards. And that can be very tricky, and that's hard to do, especially when you have a lot of success. When we talk about the GOAT athletes, when we talk about the Tom Brady's and the Michael Jordans and the Kobe's, the Mickey Mantles, the Babe Ruths, etc., all these, monster athletes, the big names, you have to think that they were constantly battling this because they had already reached such huge achievements. they had already done it. They had already won championships. What was motivating them to win that third or the fourth or the fifth or the seventh or whatever? That's the thing that just is amazing about these guys. Or even, and look, it doesn't even have to be, the GOATs. It's really anybody that's getting out there and achieving beyond, just going beyond what they think they can do and making it happen. It's amazing stuff. And complacency kicks in if our ego gets too big. And that's something that I think about, and it's something that is critical, I think, to continued growth. So guys, let's make it an amazing Tuesday. I hope that everyone has a great week so far. I wish all of you well. Stay healthy, stay positive, stay together. I will talk to you again soon.